What's up, guys? Tuki here, back again. This is my Fantasy Draft Franchise Mode series here on NHL 17. But I have to hit you with the bad news right from the start. This is it. This is the last postseason with the Blues, and then this series is coming to a close. We have won 3 straight titles. I know the interest is there because of one Vitaly Fedorov, who of course is down in Chicago right now. But I have to admit, I just feel like it's time, man. I feel like it's time to end this series. Yes, it would be intriguing to see how good he will eventually be, but I can't continue this series just for the sake of that, when the fact is we've had so much success. And I am personally losing interest in this series because of that amount of success. And of course, factoring in that I, made my own rosters, or at least updated the rosters, and I really want to get into doing this other idea that I've had my mind set on for a while. It's time. It is time. Now, whether or not it ends right now, or we just may, end up winning another cup. It is tough to tell at this point in time. But I wanted to let you guys know right off the bat, this is our last postseason with the Blues. I mean, part of me wants to say, even if, unless it's like overwhelming demand, just no. This is it. So hopefully we can go out on a win. But as we get a look at the Edmonton Oilers, that is a hilarious top line. Matthew Tkachuk, of course, of the Calgary Flames, Auston Matthews, and Nail Yakupov. There is something hilarious about that top line. That is amazing. Second line is Tyler Benson with Evgeny Malkin and Tyler Bertuzzi. Third line, Adam Lowry, Victor Rask, and 81 overall, Otto Koivula. Or, no, Jesus, I butchered that completely. Koivula. There we go. Fourth line is Radek Faksa, Scott Lawton, and Isaac Ratcliffe. So not too bad. Not too bad, especially that top line. Defensively, you have Billy Polka with Kevin Shattenkirk, Matthias Ekholm with Nicholas Hansen, a name I have not seen. I think I've pointed them out before, but still. And Cale Fleury with Eric Goodbranson. The goaltender is Tyler Parsons, an 84 overall with a 77 overall backup. No injuries. Two scratch defensemen, Jamie Oleksiak and Vince Dunn, with Cliff Poo. Hell of a name as the only scratched forward. Tough to say what's going to happen here. Of course, we step into the series with Michael DiPietro between the pipes, and whether or not he can get the job done, who knows? That, of course, is the hope. Let's see if he can do just that. Game 1 on home ice against the Oilers. Let's go. First period, and that is a hell of a start. David Lavin and Michael Dal-Cole. Not too shabby there. Second period, can we maintain that lead? We can't. Victor Rask makes it a 1-goal game, and that sets up this third period. Connor McDavid, the early goal. And we have a 3-1 lead. Johnson makes it 4-1. Auston Matthews makes it 4-2. Okay, we're not done yet. Halfway through the third, anything is certainly possible at this point. Right. Although at this point now, I think we're good. 2 minutes to go. Indeed we are. DiPietro shuts the door, and that is a 4-2 victory in the first game of this series. Lavin, your first star, 26 save for DiPietro, and a goal for Connor McDavid. Not too shabby at all as we take the first game of this series. Beautiful, and we will move right ahead here. Game 2 against the Oilers. It'll be interesting, too, to see what the Chicago Wolves can do as they enter the postseason for the first time in a while. We didn't have much success with our AHL club throughout this series, which is pretty disappointing. But anyway, focus on the main team. Let's do this first period of game number 2, and that is not very good for us at all, is it? Matthew Tkachuk and Scott Lawton. We had 4 shots. A team with Connor McDavid had 4 shots. Second period, That was helpful. McDavid and Dow Cole tied it, but then Matthews and Ratcliffe again make it a 2-goal game as we start the third period down 4-2. McDavid brings us back to within 1, putting this team on his back. Halfway through the third, can we tie it up? Let's find out. Tyson Jost, maybe. Or Athanasiou, that works too. Glad we held on to you. Athanasiou again, stepping up. Is that going to be enough? Yes, it is. Holy shit. A 3-goal third period. Connor McDavid, and then 2 quick goals for Andreas Athanasiou. And the Blues come back and win game 2 by the score of 5-4. A 3-point night for both McDavid and Dow Cole. And of course the 2 goals from Andreas Athanasiou. I'd say he should have been the first star. Those were 2 very, very clutch goals from him. And again, there was a time where I was thinking maybe he's not the right guy to keep around. We held on to him, and it paid off big time there. And we will continue to march through game 3. We are in Edmonton. Can we take that commanding 3-0 series lead? Let's find out. First period. And that's a little bit of a better start, or at least it turned into a better start. Auston Matthews gets the opening goal, but then Jack Johnson and Jordy Bellerive give us the 2-1 lead. Not too bad. Second period, can we hold on to it? Yeah, it's still a 1-goal lead for us. Connor McDavid made it 3-1. Now Yakupov makes it a 1-goal game. Let's see here. Power play with nothing happening. Just about halfway through, Johnny Gaudreau shows up, makes his presence felt. 7 minutes to go, a 4-2 lead for the Blues. That is all she wrote. Marching to a 5-2 victory. McDavid, the empty netter. And I said this might not be the last episode. Connor McDavid is making damn sure of that. We have a 3-0 series lead. And barring a miracle, this series continues. Now, in saying that, a certain other series ended on a similar note. I would really, really like to avoid that. So I'm not going to get ahead of myself. Because I've made an ass out of myself on more than one occasion. First period of game 4. And that's okay, all things considered. Dow Cole and Gaudreau, not too bad. Gave us the 2-0 lead. Auston Matthews, though, still on fire. It's a 2-1 lead for the Blues after 22nd period. Can we add to it? We can't, and Shattenkirk tied it. We have ourselves a tie game here as we start the third period. Can the Blues sweep the Oilers out of the playoffs, or will they battle back? Connor McDavid makes it 3-2. I'm still somewhat anxious now that I'm really thinking back to that series that I mentioned. God damn it, my dog just scared the shit out of me too. 5 minutes to go. Can the Blues hold on? For the love of Connor McDavid, yes they can. McDavid and the Blues sweep the Oilers out of the playoffs in what will go down as potentially the quickest playoff video ever on my channel. Unbelievable. A 2-point night for Michael Dow Cole. The Blues are moving on. Let's go take a look at the stats. Then, of course, we'll get to quickly pay attention to the Chicago Wolves series as well. Only Minnesota over Dallas has the chance to sweep their way out of the first round, which isn't good news for us. It's looking like we're going to be playing the Wild, barring, again, a crazy comeback. But Dow Cole and McDavid, 7 points in 4 games. That was fantastic from them. Liljegren, no points. Pettersson, nothing. Doughty, Levy, Mateos. But again, as I always say, that could be good news for us, because if they wake up, we could be on an even hotter streak than we are right now. An .899 save percentage for Michael DiPietro. But we swept the matchup. That is insane. Disappointing as well, and could be somewhat of a goalie controversy. Do we Do we go with Outhouse? Do we go with Vitaly Fedorov? Or do we stick with DiPietro, who, yeah, he was pretty shit in that first round, but we made it through. Let me know what you guys think. Who should be the starting goaltender in our next round matchup? 99% chance that it's going to be against the Minnesota Wild. In the meantime, we get to sim a couple of games here. We won't be able to sim the entire first round, I imagine, unless we have quite a few Game 7s. But let's see here. Split the first 2 games against the Milwaukee Admirals. We are up 2-1. We should still be able to sim this game. Let's do it, and let's see if the Wolves can move on. I'm just going to hit finish game. Are the Wolves moving on? Let's find out. Yes, they are. A 4-0 victory. And the Chicago Wolves also moving on to the second round. And as expected, the Wild swept the Stars. We'll be playing them in the next round. No word yet who the Wolves will be playing, but so far so good in this postseason journey. Both teams are moving on. Guys, that'll do it for this one. That will do it. The biggest question is who is the starting goaltender in this series against the Wild. But again, backs against the wall. Our last postseason run, and we swept the Edmonton Oilers. That is as perfect of a start as you could ask for. So yeah, guys, that will do it for this one. I hope you enjoyed this somewhat streamlined episode. As always, if you did enjoy, of course, feel free to support the video, support the channel by any way you deem necessary. Any and all support is more than appreciated. And I will see you guys in round 2.